I think, first of all, let me start by talking about the banking system and how it's addressing the challenges of the poorer sector of our society. Most banks are focused on the formal sector. They don't really try to understand the informal sector, the youth, and actually those who have less incomes. So the partnership between FSD Africa, Women's World Banking, and Diamond Bank is really about demonstrating to the financial sector that by doing things in a different way, you can serve a certain market segment that's being neglected now profitably and sustainably. So where we are today, I think, in my opinion, for the last 3 years, the partnership has been able to prove that you can actually reach more than 1 million people with a different channel sustainably and have them as satisfied customers. At the moment, it's not profitable for Diamond Bank, but we can see a progression towards that, and something that the rest of the market in Nigeria and in Africa can look at as a model that can be used to serve more of our population. Our view is that if you serve the whole population, you are formalizing it, you're bringing more of the economic activity into the formal sector, which actually finances more economic development. Yeah.
Now, help us to demystify this. I mean, when you talk about models, what have you done differently? You know, what have you introduced? And one of your objectives, I can remember, it's actually, of course, to help strengthen financial institutions, you know, in Africa. What did you do differently to ensure that you can as well make money and at the same time cater to those at the bottom of the ladder?
Okay. So initially, of course, any new initiative won't make money, okay? But you need an institution which sees the value and actually is willing to take a chance on it. What do we do as FSD Africa? We provide funding to support institutions who have that ambition. We co-share or co-fund with them to help de-risk the risk of going into a new market. So basically what we've done with Women's World Banking and Diamond Bank, we've developed an account, the Beta account, which actually enables the market traders or the shop owners to do their banking without leaving their place where they actually do business. So the Beta friends come in and actually collect the money, make deposits for them, and basically take away that inconvenience of having to leave their place of earning to go and develop that. The other area that we worked on is actually the youth, because we think the youth are important. Okay? So Diamond Bank, with Women's World Banking, with our support from a funding point of view, have created a portal which actually interests youth in finance at a young age. A lot of Africans are financially illiterate. So we believe that we need to get them young and help them to become more financially literate. The other one we're working on, and still at later stages of the project, is about providing credit both to the Beta account holders and also to the MSME or emerging markets, so that they're actually able as well to access funding to grow their businesses and live a more, robust lifestyle.
Now, this is interesting, really, that, when we talk about the use of technology here and reaching especially the market women through Beta, it's interesting that the fact that as complicated as that technology might sound, that is the one solution that would actually help you reach the not-so-literate who actually fear the banking halls. What do you make, of the room, what do you make of, of innovation in all of this when we're talking about achieving financial inclusion by all means?
I think to achieve financial inclusion, you have to be innovative. And technology is part of it. But I think also there's a mindset. So existing financial institutions are mostly focused on the formal, salaried sector because they can predict their incomes. They understand the patterns. They've been doing it for a long time. But ask them to actually move into a sector where people's incomes are irregular. People's businesses change from time to time. Now, that's innovation. That's a new way of thinking. If you think about providing loans, don't think about asking for collateral. Think about the cash flows and whether you can actually monetize those cash flows to help you to predict whether they can pay you back or not. But importantly, technology plays a big role. And the big thing about technology is that it enables you to reach a lot of people at scale. Because most of these poor people, you can't serve them the way we serve the more salaried people. in branches and fancy lounges and things like that, because it costs money. You want to reach them at scale, and technology we have today is enabling us to reach these people through the phone, through the wallet, mobile wallet, and really through connectivity. And that's also driving innovation in other areas.
Now, clearly from the products we've seen today, from Beta to Bet Diamond, Dreamville, which do you find most exciting, you know, from your experience?
It's a tough one. It's between two. I think the Beta account probably sort of takes the lead over the MSME. And I'll tell you, the Beta account, I've been to these markets in Nigeria many times now. And you reach somebody who's sitting by his stall with fish and pepe around him, and I've seen him just pulling out money when the Beta friend comes, and he just gives it to him. And the guy counts the money, then he does a transaction, and he looks at his phone, and he sees the SMS. The level of trust that this product has built within the target segment is what really has blown me away. They really trust the Beta friends. They don't even wait for him to count the money. They just give it to him, and he goes back to his work. That is fantastic. The MSME loan, I think we've relaunched it 3 times. But the last time I went to visit in the market, I met this customer who seemed to be so happy that because of our loan, the business has grown. Because of our loan, she's actually able to expand her business. Fantastic lady, a great salesman. She made me sell all kinds of things. But she said, you know what? It's because I was able to get that loan without the security which I don't have, and I'm able to grow my business. So I would say Beta sort of takes the kudos for that, but SME is also not so far away.